Welcome to Scouting for History, and today I'm back at this house. This was a barn back in 1805. It's a house now. It was turned into a house in the 40s. The original farmhouse is over there. There's a lot of outbuildings here, but I come here every now and then. The family's really nice. They're friends of mine, and I just poke around a little. This is why it's important to grid a yard. So if you ever watch anybody do a separation test of a detector, showing how their detector can pick targets out of iron, if you'd notice, they sweep the detector across in a line from iron to target to iron, never the other way. And it's important to know that you'll hear it one direction, but you won't hear it the other direction. So let's go. Let's see what we can find. Stay tuned. And never hunted out. It's a beautiful green copper. 1 cent on that side. Probably a braided hair, or matron, probably. Yep, I can see the bust coming through. Awesome. On to the next. Well, it's hard to tell, but I think it's an Indian head penny. I'll clean it up when I get home. Make sure. You'll see it right here. On to the next. And now a bouncy, scratchy signal down deep. It's a Washington quarter. It's silver. Awesome. On to the next. And there it is. And it's just a clad dime. You never know. On to the next. Well, I found a pull tab, but I also found an old bottle. It doesn't look like there's any writing on it, but I'll check it out. It doesn't look very old, but it's green. That's cool. It'll go in my collection. On to the next. Well, down here by the old wall, I had my hopes up for another copper, but it's just a copper door handle. Oh well, on to the next. So every time you see a separation test, you see the same thing. Every single type of detector out there, they do the same thing. They line it up so the sweep of the detector goes from iron to good to iron, and just to show that it can separate between them. Now, I appreciate that, and that's certainly good. And let's see what the Legend does. Even knocking it onto the silver dime, you still hear it. But if you go the other way, there's nothing. So it can't separate. It can't separate that way. Now we take away one of the nails and give it a little bit of a fairer shot. And you get it with the leading edge. It can pick it up, but as soon as you try to center over it, it disappears again. Right? And as you back off, it disappears. It can't separate vertically. It can separate horizontally, right? So that's just a difficult thing, and this is why places are never hunted out, because if you don't grid, if you don't go from different directions, there's targets you're never going to be able to hear, like this one here. And that's why these properties I go back to I always find something when I go back, because I just randomly detect, and there's always something else there. Now the pickings are getting slim, but there's always something left. On to the next. Gonna do it for today. Really hot. Just a fun little hunt at a place I've been a dozen times before, but I've found lots of cool stuff here, and there's still stuff here, but pickings are getting slim. So off to the next adventure. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. Come along on the next one. See you then.